What's up, people? Welcome back to Daily Red Devil for all of your latest Manchester United transfer news and talk. Absolutely buzzing for the game tonight. 8 o'clock kickoff. We will be doing a watch along for that one on the channel from 7:30 p.m. UK time. But before we do that, we've got a really big show to bring you guys this evening. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And let's jump straight on into it. So this one's going to be a slightly shorter show just because obviously we've got the watch along a little bit later. But we will cover as much stuff as possible. So we've got a bit of an update on Pavard. We've got an update on Harry Maguire, Donny van de Beek, Scott McTominay, Amrabat, Alvaro Fernandez, Amadou Onana. And we've got loads to get into. So do get involved in the comments section. Do smash a like on the video, do subscribe, and let's get straight on into it. So let's start with some positivity. This is coming out from Fabrizio Romano this afternoon on the Amrabat deal. He is reporting that Sofian Amrabat cannot wait to play for Manchester United. He is waiting for the deal to happen. So we've been talking about this on the channel for a number of weeks now. Loads of you have been popping up in the comments section saying, what's going on with Amrabat? I'm so worried. When's he going to come? What's going on? And like, I understand your frustration. And I keep saying to you, from what we're hearing, Amrabat only wants to come to Manchester United. That is all Amrabat wants. He wants to play for Erik ten Hag and he wants to join Manchester United. Now, this has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano today, as I just said, saying that Amrabat is waiting and he cannot wait to play for Manchester United. We do expect a bid to be going in the next week or so, I think. Obviously, Fred has now completed his move to Turkey, 15 million euros. Amrabat will be available for somewhere around 25 to 30 million euros. That was what Fabrizio said earlier on today. And he says the feeling between Manchester United and Sofian Amrabat is very good. He wants the move. There is always a chance that another team works out a deal due to nothing being signed yet, but his priority is to join Erik ten Hag at Manchester United. This was 2 hours ago. So that's all we need to know. The only way that this doesn't happen is if Manchester United mess it up. And I don't think they'll be able to mess it up now. I don't. We know that he's been the #1 target all summer. We know that Erik ten Hag really, really wants the player. So I do expect a bid to go in this week. And I expect it probably to be accepted. You know, personal terms have apparently already been agreed. We know how much Fiorentina want. We've raised some money from the sale of Fred. Obviously, Matis Kovar's gone. A couple of other people who we weren't expecting to leave have left the club as well. So we've got the money to do this deal now. And, you know, when Chelsea have just spent £170 million on 2 players in one day, nobody can sit here and tell us about financial fair play. It's a load of rubbish. It really, really is. If Chelsea can spend almost £1 billion in 1 year, how on earth can we not do a similar deal? You know how they've been doing it? They've been doing it over 9-10-year contracts. Nobody can tell us that Manchester United can't do the same thing. It's impossible. They've spent $1 billion almost in 1 season. So I'm not having any of this financial fair play rubbish. No excuses now. You know, it's not like we're going to. It's not like we're trying to get Jude Bellingham, you know, or someone like that. It's Sofian Amrabat. It's £25 million. So I expect this one to happen in the next week or so, and I think it will definitely be a great signing. And it's just really positive that we've had this story come out from Fabrizio today, just ultimately reassuring us that he does want to come to Manchester United. He's had other offers on the table, but he's chosen Manchester United, and that is where, you know, he dreams of playing. So everybody just. I know it's frustrating, but everybody is trying to calm down on that one. Sky Sports are also reporting the same thing in the last 20 minutes. Sky Sports are reporting that Sofian Amrabat wants to join Manchester United from Fiorentina. So everybody's saying he wants to come. All Manchester United need to do now is put that bid in and we can get this one over the line. I do think it will be in the next week or so. But let me know how you're feeling about that one. Do you still think that Sofian Amrabat will come to Manchester United, or do you think it might be Amadou Onana? I mean, it makes no sense to be Onana, does it? Onana's going to cost you 50-60 million. How would we afford Amadou Onana if we can't even afford Amrabat? So the only way I see Onana coming is if we sell McTominay. I could imagine us going for Onana if McTominay leaves, and then Amrabat would be the replacement for Fred. That's what I think will happen. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I'm still in the 95% club for the Amrabat deal. The only way this doesn't happen is if someone like Liverpool comes knocking now. Maybe he accepts it. But remember, he's already rejected Liverpool. He's rejected Juventus. He's rejected Atletico. And he's rejected clubs in Saudi. He wants to come to Manchester United. Like, I don't need to keep saying it over and over again, you know? Right, but let's move on to the next story, though. Let's keep things rolling. Obviously, the show's going to be a little bit shorter tonight just because we have got the watch-along at 7:30. So let's keep things moving quickly. Please do smash a like on the video and subscribe if you are new, though. It really helps the channel. So let's talk about Pavard. We've got a bit of an update coming in from Sport Bild, obviously the German outlet, whatever you want to call it. Really, really big outlet in Germany for news. And they're reporting that apparently Manchester United are willing to pay around £25 million for Benjamin Pavard. Great. That sounds like music to my ears. £25 million. No issue whatsoever. It then goes on to say that Bayern, if they were to sell, want £43 million or 50 million euros, which is far too expensive for Manchester United, but more talks are expected this week. So obviously a bid supposedly went in on Saturday. That's what Fabrizio Romano was reporting. A bid went in to Bayern Munich for Benjamin Pavard on Saturday, which was rejected. We believe that to be somewhere around 20 million euros, 20 million pounds, that kind of range. Manchester United, as I just said, are only willing to pay 25 million pounds, which for me, I think that's the absolute limit. I would not go a penny over 25 million. But apparently, according to Sport Bild, obviously massive German outlet, very good around Bayern Munich news, they want 43 million pounds. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. 50 million euros for somebody who, let's be honest, most of you in the chat probably don't even want, do you? Obviously, he's a good player. I've said to you before that I think he'd be a good signing for 25 million. But for 50 million euros, you're absolutely crazy. You really, really are. Then he goes on to say that Benjamin Pavard has told Bayern Munich he wants to join Manchester United. United have made contact with Bayern. However, Bayern told them that clearly Pavard was not for sale after the deal for Kyle Walker fell through. The Frenchman, Benjamin Pavard, no longer feels comfortable in Munich and wants to leave. It then goes on to say that apparently Ten Hag really rates Benjamin Pavard's experience and versatility, with the defender comfortable playing at right back or centre-back. So that's obviously why Erik Ten Hag wants him, and we know that. We know that he really, really values his options, his versatility and his experience, which are a couple of the things that I like about him. He is a good player. He's definitely somebody that for 25 million is a great player to go and get. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. I assume every single one of you is in agreement that 43 million pounds or 50 million euros is an absolute joke for Benjamin Pavard. It really, really is. I wouldn't go anywhere near him for that amount of money, even if he had 5 years left on his contract and had just come off the best season of his life. I don't rate him that much to be paying that kind of money. And I'll be absolutely fuming if Manchester United go anywhere near that deal. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Makes no sense. 0 cents. So I think for those of you who want Jean-Claire Todibo, this might be positive. It really might, because Bayern Munich don't want to sell him. Remember that. Thomas Tuchel wants to keep him at Bayern Munich. So, if we're offering 20-25 and they want 43 to 50, we're not going to find somewhere in the middle, are we? I don't think anything over 25 is worth doing. So all of those of you who want Jean-Claire Todibo, maybe that's now going to happen because Manchester United won't go as high as what Bayern Munich are asking for. But let me know what you think about that one. Obviously, if Erik Ten Hag wants him, then we need to go and get him. I understand that, but I think we've got to be careful on this one. He's got 1 year left on his deal. He's 27 years of age. You don't want to be spending more than 25 million, but that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys think that you should. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that one. Right, let's keep things moving though. Let's talk about Onana really, really quickly. So obviously we did a video earlier on today reporting that The Guardian have said that Manchester United have apparently made official contact with Everton over the signing of Amadou Onana, somebody I really, really like. Apparently Everton value Onana at 50 to 60 million pounds. Crazy money, absolutely crazy. This is again coming out from Sky Sports now. It says Manchester United have registered interest in Amadou Onana, who is valued at 60 million pounds by Everton. United are yet to make an official offer. So there has been contact today between Manchester United and Everton over this deal. And obviously Manchester United have been told that it would take 50 to 60 million pounds minimum to get this deal over the line. I mean, unless McTominay goes, there's no way on earth that we're going to be able to do this business. There really, really isn't. So, I don't know. I think he's a good replacement for McTominay, but until McTominay goes, I think it's maybe one to just put on the back burner and maybe think about a little bit later down the line. But let me know in the comment section, how much do you think is a fair price for Amadou Onana from Everton? I think somewhere around 40 to 45 would be fair. Maybe 50 at a very push. If we got 45 for McTominay, I would happily give Everton the 45 we've just got for McTominay and get Onana. 21 years of age, 6'4", definitely a better profile of player in my opinion than Scott McTominay. But yeah, somewhere around 45 to 50, very, very tops for me. Obviously, this deal is completely dependent on Scott McTominay leaving. We've got over 600 people watching, which is absolutely massive. Big ups to all of you. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. It's a little bit of a shorter show this evening just because we have got the big game later on, and we will be live for that at 7:30, so make sure you're here for that. Right, let's move on to some outgoings quickly. So we've got a bit of an update on Alvaro Fernandez, obviously the young Spanish left-back who got quite a few minutes in the pre-season tour. So we spoke about this earlier on today, and we said that apparently Manchester United are willing to listen to offers for Alvaro Fernandez. Now, we've got a bit of clarity on this. Apparently, Manchester United are asking for €7 million for the sale of Alvaro Fernandez. And Granada, Las Palmas, Espanyol, West Ham, Burnley, and Eintracht Frankfurt have apparently all registered interest. So there's about 6 or 7 clubs who are trying to buy Alvaro Fernandez from Manchester United. Me personally, I think a loan move would be better, but if we need money that desperately, which I don't believe we do, I think all of this financial fair play stuff has just been blown out of the water. How are Chelsea spending $1 billion in one season when they're not even in the Champions League? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know, if the Glazers actually love this club, which they clearly don't, and they put some of their own money into Manchester United, we wouldn't be in these issues where we're having to sell our youth players for €7 million just to fund another signing, you know? So I don't know what to think about that one. If he's not part of Erik ten Hag's plans, then of course get rid of him. But if Erik ten Hag does value this player whatsoever, then I will be disappointed if we let him go for such a small amount of money. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments section. Do you think €7 million is a fair price for Alvaro Fernandez? For me, Brandon Williams needs to go first. He should be the first one out of the door in that position. Try and get $5 million for him, and then maybe we can talk about Alvaro Fernandez. But yeah, I would be a little bit disappointed if he goes, but that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys disagree. Right, we've got a bit of an update on Donny van de Beek for you as well. So this is coming out from Sky Sports in the UK today. They're reporting that Real Sociedad remain in talks with Manchester United over the signing of Donny van de Beek. They also go on to say that Ajax are also understood to be interested in the midfielder. So there's a couple of potential options for Donny van de Beek, but it does look like it will be a loan move at the moment. Fabrizio Romano has said the following. He says the Donny van de Beek to Sociedad deal isn't an easy one to do. It started off as a permanent deal, then turned into a loan. Discussions are ongoing regarding the terms of the deal and who will pay what part of his wages. So, I mean, loaning Donny to Real Sociedad and then still after paying his wages doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Let me know what you think about that one. I've spoke about Donny before. I think he's one of those players that under Erik ten Hag, if he stays fit, I think he could end up being a half-decent player for us. I just don't really agree in loaning out players in their mid-20s. I feel like it's a little bit pointless. But if Erik ten Hag thinks that's the right thing to do, obviously we have to trust him. I do think that Donny has some value. I think you should be able to get 15 to 20 million pounds for him. And to loan him out in his mid-20s and then pay half of his wages, like, it isn't great, is it? When you just read out the whole of that sentence, it says... it says that it started off as a permanent deal, then turned into a loan, and now they're discussing who's going to pay how much of his wages from that loan. It's like, it's gone from worse to worse, hasn't it? But yeah, we'll keep you updated on that one. Obviously, at the moment, it looks like Donny deal is taking a very, very slow amount of time to get over the line. Right, we've got some positivity, though. Apparently, Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Facundo Pellistri will be signing a new contract. He says Manchester United will extend Pellistri's contract before sending him out on loan this summer. He says Premier League clubs have expressed interest, as well as FC Twente in the Eredivisie and Bologna as well. So it looks like Pellistri will get a good move this summer. It looks like Premier League clubs are now circling for his signature, which is of course really, really positive, because you know I've had a rant on this channel before about sending him out to the Dutch League or sending him out to Boca Juniors. Completely pointless, I think. I think the Premier League is where he needs to go. So let's hope that he gets his Premier League move. I really, really have big expectations for Pellistri in the next kind of 3 to 5 years. I think he is somebody who could definitely go on to be a first-team player. I think he has all of the attributes to do it, but he definitely needs experience and he needs game time. So really happy about the new contract. I'm really happy that it looks like a Premier League team will get him on loan. Let me know in the comments section, where do you think the best club would be in the Premier League to send Pellistri? I would probably say maybe someone like Burnley, maybe someone like Luton, someone towards the bottom of the Premier League, maybe a Bournemouth, maybe even an Everton. Someone like that I think would be a really, really good move for him. But do let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. We've got a couple more bits of news to rattle through. Please do make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. It's a little bit of a shorter show this evening, as I said, because we have got the watch along. So I am rattling through it all quite quickly, which I hope you guys appreciate. Now, the next story we have is one that is going to upset you. I've saved it till the end because I know, right, everybody just take a deep breath on this one. So this is coming out from The Telegraph in the last 2 minutes. It says the £30 million deal to acquire Harry Maguire is now understood to be in the balance, with West Ham impatient at the length of time the deal is taking to happen. It goes on to say the issue is understood to be one between Manchester United and Maguire and not involving West Ham. It comes as a blow as they had been increasingly confident over the weekend of finalising the move. It then goes on to say that West Ham have now started to look at alternative targets as doubts grow as to whether they will sign Manchester United's Harry Maguire. Now, I don't know what to think about this. I don't. Fabrizio Romano has spoken about it a little bit earlier on today, and he said that it's something to do with this money. It's something to do with the money that Harry Maguire's owed. So in order for him to leave the club, we're going to have to give him a payoff, right? We're going to have to pay him off. I think it was around £6 million. And there's a couple of other journalists coming out of it as well. Now, there's somebody from the Telegraph saying West Ham believe they cannot continue waiting much longer for Harry Maguire. It says Harry Maguire's exit from Manchester United is taking too long and West Ham are starting to now look at other alternatives. Now, I think this is probably a little bit of a bluff for me personally. I think this is a way of West Ham speeding up the deal. I'm still not worried at this stage. I still think that Harry Maguire will leave the club. I am hearing, now I'm waiting for this to be confirmed, but somebody has just told me that apparently Harry Maguire is part of the squad tonight against Wolves. Now, I'm not saying he's starting. Obviously, I don't know the team news, but somebody has said to me or sent me a link saying that apparently they've seen him arrive at Old Trafford. We'll have to wait and see whether that's true or not. So we can only, by the time the watch along comes on, we'll know for certain. But yeah, it's a bit strange. Fabrizio Romano has also spoke about this, and he has said Manchester United want to make big advancements on the signing a replacement for Harry Maguire before giving the final green light to the departure. So that's the other thing which I assume is annoying West Ham. Manchester United have said from the very beginning they'll only sell Harry Maguire once they have a deal in place for the replacement. So whether that's Benjamin Pavard, whether that's Jean-Claire Todibo, maybe West Ham don't want to wait for that, A deal could take 2 or 3 weeks for Manchester United to do. It might take 2 weeks for them to agree a fee with Bayern Munich. It might take 2 weeks for them to agree a fee with Nice. West Ham need players now. They really, really do. They need 6 or 7 signings. I know we're not a West Ham channel, but obviously I watch lots of football. West Ham are literally struggling. They need a lot of players and they need them fast. So, if we don't get this deal done quickly, they can easily go and knock on the door of someone else. And Manchester United saying, oh, we're waiting for Benjamin Pavard to agree to come to Manchester United, or we're waiting for Jean-Claire Todibo. Like, that's not going to be enough, I don't think. So we really, really need to push this one over the line. I'm not massively worried about it, though, just to say, I think we will be all right. I think it will be okay. So everybody take a deep breath. I do appreciate that if it's not done in the next kind of week or so, if we're sat here next week and he's still not, if we haven't got the here we go from Fabrizio by this time next week, I will be worried, definitely. But at this point, I think all of these stories we've had out in the last 5 or so minutes are just ways of West Ham putting these stories out in the press saying, oh, we're looking at other targets now, it's taken too long, blah, blah, blah. And then they hope that Manchester United will go, they'll speed things up. That's just my opinion. That's what I think's going on. But let me know how you're feeling about this one in the comments section. Are you worried about the Maguire deal? I'm okay with it. I am. I'm not the type of person who's going to come on here and scream it's a disgrace and all the rest of it, because I think we're a little bit premature for that. We really, really do. So let me know how you're feeling about it. Let's all just take a minute to laugh at Liverpool, shall we? I know that's a bit sad, but Liverpool have just got rejected for both Moises Caicedo, and they've now just got rejected for Lavia. As long as they don't come in for Amrabat, I don't care. I mean, they're going to all be laughing at us, aren't they? If they now go and buy Amrabat, I'm going to be getting clipped up for that, definitely. Because if Liverpool go and sign Amrabat now, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. I really, really am. And there is a little bit of other update from Liverpool as well. Apparently, Liverpool have entered the race to sign Benjamin Pavard. That's coming out from a few different German journalists today. Liverpool have also inquired for Benjamin Pavard. I don't know what to think about that. I mean, they're welcome to him. If they want 50 million euros for him, they're more than welcome to go and buy that player, because for 50 million euros, I definitely don't want anything to do with that transfer personally. Right, I'm going to wrap the video up there, guys. As I said, it was just a short one to bring you all of the news ahead of the game tonight. We will be live in about an hour's time, 7:30 roughly we'll go live. So do make sure you're around for that. We will be doing, of course, a watch along for the game. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. But do let me know in the comment section all of your thoughts on everything we've discussed today. Let me know what you think about this reported 50 million euros price tag for Benjamin Pavard. Let me know if you're worried about the Harry Maguire deal. And of course, let me know whether you think we will end up signing Amrabat. I think we will. I'm staying positive. Please do smash a like on the video on your way out. Please do subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys a little bit later.